Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, Lauren, and Danny. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Welcome back to the
Cimorelli podcast.
This is episode 11, titled Girls Like Me, which is the 11th song on our album, Sad Girls Club. Oh, which it says on my hat, on the back, not the front.
We are 2/3 of the way through.
Season 1.
It's been real. It's
So,
been fun.
today's episode is Girls Like Me, a song that this short lady wrote, and it's about
I'm the short lady.
unrequited love, being friend-zoned, being led on, knowing it's just not going to happen, and as they, we talked about this saying, the flirt who you know won't commit, but they like to say, the flirt
that
who
hurt.
The flirt who hurt.
I coined that phrase.
Okay, so the whole theme of
But
this.
who did he hurt himself or you?
Okay, you!
Hard to tell by
This-
the phrasing.
That's the theme.
Catherine.
The flirt who hurt. Just remember that for the day. So, we're going to jump in. We're going to listen to a little snippet of the song before we jump into the whole episode. So, hit it, Francine. Woo!
I'll try to listen to sad songs, but I'll just feel insane. 'Cause I know that we were never that deep anyway. No, you're more distant than the stars. I just wanna be where you are. They say
Hear that low note?
What a song.
I have tears.
That song gets
Only because it's sad.
Oh my God.
Only because why else would they? She doesn't relate to that song that she wrote and
I'd
sings.
never relate
So
to
before
anything.
we get into our first segment, I want to take a quick second to thank our sponsors, Ginger Shots! Danielle?
I was just going to say that I love ginger shots, and I'm really happy that they sponsor us because every week I get to have one. This one's lemon, so I'm kind of scared because drinking lemon juice combined with ginger is not exactly, my ideal
Gentle.
thing.
It ain't gentle.
But it's worth it because it feels good, so.
All right, we're going to do our highs and lows. So, neediest to greediest.
Why are you looking at me? Can't we be differently needy every week? Like, who's really the
I
neediest
am
right now?
neediest.
Probably me. I'm
Okay,
needy.
Cassimus.
Okay,
Then
I'm
how do you know which way to go?
I don't know.
It
Listen,
starts
I
with
don't
the
get
needy,
one rip,
ends
guys.
with the greedy.
Okay, it's a catchy phrase.
It's not a real
Don't read into
It's
it.
not a real scale. Okay. I'm very needy. It's not about that.
Can you please tell us your high and low?
I ordered a cheeseburger and chicken nuggets and fries yesterday, so
What?
gotta have my
That's
needs
hungry, not
That's
needy.
not me.
Yeah.
No, it was my need of food.
That
okay.
ain't the same thing.
So
Okay.
my high was that I ordered a very beautiful, special, ornate journal and got it in the mail. Rejoiced. I've been journaling in it every day. Stop laughing.
I just imagine you getting your journal in the mail and
Wonderful.
rejoicing.
Yeah, I was like,
She's like, yes.
yes. My low was that I had an anxiety attack and I cried for 40 minutes. So
Wow.
I'd call that a
good times.
success.
I actually felt better afterwards. It was a cleansing. You know?
Helpful low.
For sure.
Good.
All right, I'll go next. My high was last night because I had a great text conversation with my friend Callan, and it was hilarious. We just had a really long conversation. It was fun, so yeah. And my low was also last night when I had to record a track for our song, and the song makes me cry because it reminds me of this boy. So I couldn't actually listen to it to do the track because it was making me sad. And 2, my keyboard was broken. It was not broken, it just wasn't working. And so I had to use the laptop keys instead of the actual keyboard. So it was really hard. Yeah. So it was really hard to make the track. So and I cried then, not because of the song, but because it was frustrating. And
That's me.
I gave up. but
Broken keyboard.
Amy's in a great mood today. I'm so happy.
Saunters in.
All right, who's
The
next?
weirdest mood.
I'm pretty needy.
Are we
My
all?
high was on Saturday. I had a great talk with my friend. It was 2 hours
She's
long.
talking about me.
Really, I just talked about myself the whole time, but she wasn't annoyed, so it was fine. And it was good. And then my low was this morning because it was really emotionally draining. But it was good, but it was really draining. So, yeah.
Amy?
Well, my low was getting sick and laying in bed for 5 days. Got really sore from that. Didn't know that was possible. My elbows, my shoulders, my back, my neck.
Yeah, because you're saying like this.
Too much pressure on any area of your body for too much time will cause that.
Lisa is a doctor.
It was
Just so you know.
it was not fun. And the high was rising from the ashes.
Okay, that's good. All right, you want to
And
go?
I'm pretty greedy. My low was casual when Christina helped me realize my life is a meaningless void. And then my high was going to a concert. Well, that was also a low because I sat on the floor and cried. My high was... This is...
A fresh start.
Well, okay, there's a shallow high where I got these new shoes. So that was...
Holds up her leg.
They're holographic creepers. Actually, yeah, that was my high. And also last night I had a really good meaningful journaling session. I was able to write 6 pages for the first time in a while. So
Wow.
that's a lot.
Love it.
Had a good talk with yourself.
Yeah, that's all I do these days.
Okay, my low was last week when I thought everyone hated me because everyone kind of didn't hate me, but disliked me for
Kind of
wrong
didn't.
reasons.
Oh, wow.
Everyone had misconceptions about me, and I could
Whoa.
feel it.
Everyone.
Except you and
Don't want to be
you.
lumped together.
Okay, some other people had
All right,
misconceptions about
making
me.
it personal.
Anyway, so that was my low because I was like, everyone hates me. I'll never have another friend.
Nobody
And then
likes me. Everyone hates
my-
me. I'm gonna eat a worm. Stop.
my high was when I woke up and I felt really good.
Wow. She just made that up.
No, this morning I woke up and I was like, oh,
Sounds fake,
finally,
but
I don't
okay.
have a stomachache when I wake up. What a great way to wake up.
I feel like your high is about to happen because you're about to pick up your mans from the airport.
Okay, my high is
Sounds
about
like a
to
high.
happen because I'm going to pick up my boyfriend.
I don't
haven't
think
seen him in a
future
long
highs
time.
count, but okay.
that doesn't count.
I think that defeats the purpose.
Hey, who made the rules?
Well, if
My
that's the
high
case,
is
Not me.
10 years from now, I'm gonna make $1 million.
my high is getting married whenever
Hey,
that happens.
if that makes you happy, then
Okay, my high is
Spoken like a true
my
Saturn.
high is in 12 years when I have 8 kids. That's my high. So moving on, we're gonna do a fan question, and it's gonna be spicy.
All right.
Like these ginger
like
shots.
this lemon juice
Oh,
I've
it's
been
gonna be
drinking.
so spicy.
If this fan question was a spice, I would say maybe like turmeric.
What?
Okay.
A gentle yellow
Just to
hue.
give you.
Actually, it's not gentle. It's pretty bright. Okay.
Please, so you have to take it
Turmeric
there.
is healing.
It's always
It's
goes in.
anti-inflammatory. Okay. So, what do you do when you feel so down and you just want to be happy again?
You cry. I know what I do.
Wait, the point is not when you're down, but when you want to be happy.
Yeah, you're just down. You're
You're
like, I
over
want to
it?
be happy. What do I do?
Okay, well, first things first, I'm the realist. Just kidding. First things first is, I'm not going to say much about this because I'm not very good at this, but you can't think of your life in this way where it's like, oh, I'm sad right now, but one day I will be happy. And then I will be happy forever. Because that's not how it works. You don't like accomplish something or like achieve like full confidence in yourself or get someone's approval and then suddenly like once I just get this thing or make this change I'll be happy forever. That doesn't work. So just don't think that. First of all, stop lying to yourself, realize that life is always going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be times when you're happy and times when you're sad, and it's healthy and it's good. Sadness is not bad. That's all I'm going to say.
I feel like a short answer is identify the problem, identify the causes, like the real causes, not like the shallow causes. Identify like the real causes of your problems and break it into steps. How can you approach it? Like what if you're lonely, what can you do to start making friends? Or like little steps instead of being like, okay, how do I fix this tomorrow? Just like what's a step I can take towards fixing
Yeah,
this?
an example of Lisa saying, like, find the root of the problem. If you're sad because you feel like no man will ever love you or like every man loves you, maybe you have some daddy issues. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not actually about the men in your life currently, but it's about the man who raised
So
you.
rather than joining a dating
didn't.
app, you could just write a letter to your father. That would be a good
Or
step.
have a talk. I don't know, something like that. That's just an example.
Okay, so I have a 4-point plan. I will tell you.
Thought you were going to say, I have a 4.0 GPA.
No,
4.0 at Harvard.
Let's
hear it.
And Lisa's is step 3, I think, of the plan, or 4 of the plan. So I'll tell you what it is. Here's what it is. Go on a walk. That's what I always do. I do it every time. Never fails me. Sometimes it takes a little time after. You don't instantly feel better, but it always works for me. I go on a walk. Normally an hour. 4 miles, whatever. I go on a walk.
Oh.
It's casual.
Wait, is it 3 or 4? Oh, okay. Go on a walk. I take a bath.
Ooh.
I
Good call.
journal, in which I express my feelings and do the whole thing where I make a plan. I'm like, what's going on? What can I do? And I talk to someone. So I do all 4 of those, and
I'd like to
as
say
new.
last night I journaled in the bath.
I love doing that.
A bit of water on the notebook. It was worth it.
I would probably drop the notebook in
But
the
really,
bath.
I knew
I've
I
done
had
that
to
so
do
many
both,
times.
but my body was not producing heat and I was so cold, so I literally had to sit in the hot water just to be warm enough while I journaled. So.
Okay.
Love it.
This doesn't really help necessarily with you trying to be happy, I guess. But what I would say is in situations when like you're really down, like the thing that makes like seemingly negative emotions feel so overwhelming is when you're scared of them. When you have this fear, like they'll overtake you and you'll never be happy again if you let yourself be sad right now. So when you take away that weight of like not wanting to like accept that you're sad and not wanting to deal with it, then it makes it so much lighter and so much better. So I would say try to take away the fear of it and try to just like let yourself be. Instead of trying to change where you're at right now, just look at where am I at right now and just accept whatever it is instead of trying to be whatever you think you should be or feel however you think you should feel. Just accept yourself where you're at and deal with what is happening right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little side point of that is I always get scared, not even just of the feeling, but of expressing it. Like, I'm like, I know I need to talk to someone about this, but if I do, I'll die and they'll hate me and every piece of the earth will explode. And I just like get all these scary consequences in my mind. And every time I do it, it's never as bad as I think it's going to be. Sometimes it is really dramatic, but it's never like this life-ending thing that I think it's going to be. So also get rid of the fear of like sharing.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah. And here's one thing I was thinking about today. This like applies, but it's also a little different. A lot of times we feel like down because we're like, oh my gosh, I've been working on this, or maybe I haven't. I have this problem that I have not been working on, or have. I don't know. And it's going to be around forever. Oh, no. And maybe once I fix it and I stop being scared of everything, this is just in my situation, scared of everything ever, then I'll be perfect and then the world will love me and then Jesus will come back. No. But I think that I had it all wrong. Well, yeah, I did, but
Jesus will come back.
I had it all wrong. That was an exaggeration, a dramatization. But the thing is, like, maybe we're not meant to just get rid of our problems like that.
Yeah.
Maybe they never go away in that way. Like maybe if we battle with things like being scared of everything, we're just meant to learn to work through them and to live our lives with them.
Instead of to get rid of them.
Yeah, maybe we're meant to like surrender to our humanity instead of
And
like
work with
Like
it.
you don't need to be
Yeah.
so ashamed of yourself if you're still not over it, whatever it is.
yeah.
Yeah, and I would also say you need to take a look at your environment. Like, what are you feeding yourself? Like, what kind of music are you listening to? What like TV shows are you watching?
What are you eating?
Who are your friends? Who are your bullies? Like, like all those people. in
Maybe
your
they're
life.
both.
Yeah, maybe your friends are the bullies. That happened to me when I was younger too. So if you are constantly feeding yourself all this negative, bad stuff that you know is not helping you, you're not going to be happy. So you have
Yeah.
to change your environment. You know, we always say, hang up some positive quotes on your wall, listen to positive
Open the
music.
blinds, maybe.
Open the blinds. Yeah, like,
Clean your room.
yeah.
Speak to the
Take a
cheesiest.
bath.
Speak to the cheesiest person you know that usually makes you cringe.
Yes! Oh, yes!
Yeah. If you cringe of cheesiness, you just got to let that go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Oh, that was good. Good
Yeah,
advice,
good ones,
everyone.
guys.
Thanks for
Good
sharing.
perspective.
I like that
Lots
question.
of turmeric.
Very
Let's-
insightful.
Let's take a turn for the weird.
Oh, is
What's
it
that
my
mean?
moment? Okay.
It's your moment.
That means it's
A hoot and a holler.
a hoot and a holler.
Lisa's Corner. Okay. I want. That's wonderful.
Every time I sing the 20th Century Fox theme song.
That sounded
no.
nothing like it. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys love the frying pan of truth, but I'm getting rid. No, just kidding. I'm not getting rid of it. I wanted to do a frying pan of truth themed hoot and holler. So let me grab it. Hold
Wait,
on.
before you
don't know if
start
I'm
this,
ready.
let me just say our mom brought this up this morning. She's like, you haven't used the frying pan of truth in the podcast in a while.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Hey,
why
Mom.
I'm doing this, okay? But I can't just, okay, usually it's organic, like, oh, somebody says something and I'm like, yeah, frying pan of truth, you need to know, blah, blah. But I just wanted to give you guys a list of blanket statements. So we're going to play a little game called Frying Pan of Truth. And I'm just going to say, I don't know how many yet, 5 or 10, generic frying pan of truth statements. And whichever one jumps out at you, I need a burp. That's what you need to do, okay? So, number 1. Maybe your mom was wrong about you. Number 2, maybe your mom was right about you. Number 3, cut him off. Number 4. That's offensive. Number 4. It's time to do something about those eyebrows. Number 5. Your friend was right. Number 6. I don't know, someone help me out. Okay, I'm gonna
said
do 2 more. I
5.
know, but I said I want to do 5 or 10. I got a couple more in me.
Oh,
I gotta get them.
You
All right,
about,
just
you say
think
something
about
about
truth.
smelling
What's
bad.
I know, what's the truth?
Say something about
smelling
smelling bad.
Think about a time you told someone a truth.
Number 6. It's time to make more eggs. It's a frying pan. Yeah,
That's the one that really hits me. I connect
thank
with
you.
that one.
Number 7. Get your butt in bed. So,
I would
tweet
say
more.
based on Twitter, most of our fans can relate to that one because they're always like,
Yeah,
it
'cause you
is 2 a.m. and I am awake. Come
Some
on,
people
guys,
might
get
be
to
watching
bed.
it in the middle of the night, so go to bed.
All right.
Oh, okay. Finally. Okay, wait. 2 more. Number 1. You need to do that assignment. And number 8. I think we're on 8. No, we're on like just do it. Just do it. Okay.
universal.
So whichever one jumped out at you the most, they're kind of random, but you need to think about it.
Probably the egg one.
Definitely make eggs
You
more.
need to think
I
about
feel like the majority will be the eggs. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully my next segment will be a little more planned.
Just know
Amazing.
that, Lisa, if any of those hit you, know that she mentally just hit you with the frying pan of truth. So better shape up. I'm just kidding. You do whatever you want. It's a free cut. Well, no, I don't know where you live. So do what you want. You have free will. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
You're in control of your mind. There we go. All right. Let's take another turn for the friend zone.
What's
Darner.
that? IDK her.
With a girl I like to call Lauren.
You like to call me that.
I do like to call
one
you
of our
that.
fans called her Lotion, and I thought that was kind of awesome.
No,
Funny.
no, I
don't know how I
reject
feel
that.
about
Yeah, I don't
it.
really like to call her Lotion, but I like to call her Lauren. So Laura's gonna tell us a little story of this one time. This thing happened to her, and she took a
just
trip to
say-
this town,
Arthritis.
the town of friend zoning.
Actually, I'm gonna say that after. Sorry. Continue.
Okay,
so Laura,
well,
tell us.
this goes in the theme of the song "Girls Like Me." This is really the only time I've been friend zoned. Luckily,
Not to
for me.
brag.
My God, brag.
Okay, Posh Spice.
But it was really like,
Traumatic? Yes.
ooh, like it hit hard.
Oh,
But it was kind of relieving too because I never experienced it.
Once again, bragging.
I never knew what it was like to be a peasant.
So this guy, I'd known him for like a year, and I didn't really think much of him. Like, he was in my group of friends, whatever. Then something happened a year after I met him, and I was like, wait,
Took a second.
I actually think I like him, right? So then I was like, wait, I actually have a crush on him now, dang it. And I hung out with him all
Like, every
the
day.
time, like almost every single day. Not like
day, bro.
alone ever, because he doesn't hang out with anyone alone. Well, I don't know. Anyway, so after months of him talking about so many other girls when I was in love with him, then he finally stopped, and I was like, and he started like showing the signs, TM, you know, and I was like, rash, he likes me. Finally, after all these months of me liking him and him not liking me. So then, like, we were like, there was all these vibes going on, like, hey, he likes me, I like him, but he would never say anything or like do anything.
Never.
So I was like, hey. So then I asked him if we could talk No. And then so we like met up and talked, and it was the most awkward thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. Because he was like really uncomfortable, and I was really uncomfortable, and I was like, so like, I feel like we have like a connection. I don't even know what I said. It was so awkward. And then he was just like, yeah. And he was just like, well, I know what you mean about the connection, but I think it's just one of them things that will pass. I was like, what? Okay. So I was just like, okay.
Did you cry?
No.
You were
but I
like,
was just like,
she's like, what?
She got slapped with a frying pan of truth.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so
This is one of them things that'll pass.
So then I was just like, okay, I did a little like, are you sure, you don't even want to like see where this could go, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I don't really think it's a good idea. I was like, okay.
He's like, forget you.
You're cracking up.
Because it's just so funny. It's like one of them things that will pass. I was like, okay.
Wow.
I think it's one of
It
them
was
things
just
that'll
so
last a
blunt.
lifetime.
Yeah,
But
just try to
it
smooth
was
over.
okay because it was for the better because I don't think we really would have worked out anyway. And now he moved on, I moved on, we're still friends, and it's all fine.
It
So-
was one of them things that
There we
will
go.
pass.
Yeah, she was right. It
Wow.
passed, so
Can I just
we're
say,
good.
in the time when she, not that this is my story, but in the time that she like was in love with him and wanted him to like her and stuff, then he didn't like not like her, but like he just like didn't like nice girls. So I was also like his best friend, and so I would always have conversations with him, and I would literally yell at him, and I was like, I almost said his name. I was like, you literally like psychos. Like there are nice girls in your life who you are ignoring. I literally said this, like, just because you only like crazy girls. And he's like, yeah, I guess you're right. I do. And I was just like, okay, you're so stupid. No offense. I love you, but you're stupid.
Yeah, but it was okay.
But it's fine now. It's
it
all
was
good
a
now.
thrilling experience for me,
It was weird for me.
Because I always like being on the other side of the coin. It's always so eye-opening for me because then I realize like, oh, I know what this feels like, and you don't have to be a jerk. Like when I friend-zone a guy and he's like, wow, okay, blah, blah, blah. And I experienced that and I wasn't a jerk to him, so you don't have to be one either.
Good call.
Good one. Good
Love
one.
it.
Everyone
Just
has the right
saying.
to friend zone or not, just saying.
Yes, and you don't have to be mad and make them feel bad.
It was kind of almost like friend zone light.
Yeah,
because
chill.
it wasn't, I don't feel the same way about you.
Yeah.
But it was, you need to be in the friend zone. But it wasn't,
Things will pass.
it wasn't because he didn't feel the
Yeah.
same way.
Yeah.
So it was one of them.
You still don't.
one of them things that'll pass.
You still don't know what it's like to be a peasant.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
still
do.
don't.
So she's not
Because he
true.
likes you.
I've
Not
never
true.
experienced a guy who actually said, I just don't like
Who's
you.
like, no,
I just
but
don't feel
listen,
that
I'll
way.
tell you
I
why.
haven't.
I have liked many a
have
man
once.
who didn't like me, but I never put myself in a
So,
situation for them to be
she
like,
knew.
oh, I don't like you, because I already knew that. I'm not going to be like, look, I like you when I know they don't like me. So yeah, I've never been in that because
Yeah.
I didn't put myself in that, but I could have been.
All right, well, it's a memorable quote. So, Kath, got a
You
question?
actually, when I got friend zone, no, just kidding. I don't think I actually
You
did.
got a question for
officially.
us?
Officially.
Whatever.
I don't think
Oh, that leads us to our question. Have you, meaning you, I looked at the camera, you, have you ever been friend zoned?
Oh.
Yes.
I'll go first, real quick, since Lauren already went in the last story. I can only think of one, I think, and this boy that I was literally in love with, but like I wasn't like consistently in love with him. Like I was only in love with him like once a month, and when I talked to him, not like think about him all the time, but I was still in love with him, and I can think of like 3 to 4 times when he has like, when I've like flirted with him like very directly and very outright because I knew that he didn't really like me that much. So I was just like, YOLO, we're still gonna be friends after this. And I would just like say
Danny.
stuff and he would literally either ignore it or like not say anything or say something that was like, I don't even know it, just like weird stuff that was clear.
Like, thanks, man.
But yeah, he would literally call me like buddy, pal, man, dude, like bro, like anything like that. And I knew, I wasn't stupid. I wasn't like, oh, he must still like me. Like, I knew he didn't actually like me, but I kept doing it like 4 more times just because I could, you know?
Oh, just to check. Okay, actually, no, this makes me realize that I have been friend zoned, but I bounce back so quick. I've never said to someone, I'm just influenced by Lauren and her story. I've never actually said to someone, I like you, do you like me? That's never happened.
That's a nightmare.
Don't do that.
But I have, like, you know, throughout the hook, basically just like, you know, hey, like texted someone. And then this is how you just know, TM. They, especially when you have sisters, you say like, oh, it's good to see you. Like, hope to see you again soon, you know, sometime or whatever. And they say, I know this.
I know it.
So much. They say, yeah, hope to see you guys too. Or they say, yeah, we should all hang out.
Yes,
And you're like,
rejected.
okay, you might as well write it on a billboard.
That's true. Because
It's a
the way to
nightmare.
cut through and be like, I specifically liked you a lot or whatever is to be like, it was great seeing you. When it was a group thing.
I'm like, it was great seeing you. And they're like, nah, it wasn't great seeing you.
So awkward.
I realized I thought that I haven't had to speak. Well, okay.
Everyone thought that.
Again, I haven't said I like you, do you like me? But
we all been there.
This was really dramatic because I asked I hung out with this guy one time, like, and then I asked him like after, like, oh, blah blah, that was fun. We should hang out again sometime, like, because it was a group. I was like, just you and me, and he was like, wow, he's like, I'm just going through a really crazy time. I went through a breakup like a month ago. Like, I have so much on my plate right now. I said, we should hang out sometime. It's not that dramatic.
Did you like him or not? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
no, we had chemistry.
But
So
she
I was
just
like,
said we
should
should hang out.
And he's just like, I actually had to like call my mom and discuss this because I'm
The rip.
really felt attracted to you, blah blah, but it's just not the right time, blah blah. This long spiel. So I was
Holy.
like, okay, got the message loud and clear. And then of course a month later he's like, I ignored him. So then he's like, oh, do you want to hang out sometime? Blah blah. And I was like, no.
Whoa.
I don't.
You can't take that back.
I
Then.
do not recall this happening.
Non-refundable.
So yours is like kind of a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So that leads us
we'll talk
to
about it later.
Amy is going to have an entire segment on this. So she ain't going to answer the question yet. Me
depressing.
personally, my very own personal experience, opinion. Just kidding. This has never happened to me. I've never experienced it because I don't like people who don't like me. If
You're so
a guy
right.
Wow.
didn't like me, it wasn't attractive to me. I was like, why would I like you? You don't even like me.
Yeah.
See, but
So-
that guy, we both liked each other. He was just
Well, that never happened
Insane.
either.
he was.
Yeah,
I told him that to his face. You know.
I had a hard time being friends with guys. Not because I don't get along with them, because I get along with them too well throughout my
Snurp.
teenage
She just
years
got
and beyond.
proposed to so many times, she got tired of it.
Yes. So they could just stay
perfect
in their
specimen.
lane. They could stay in the friend lane. So I had to
Okay,
get out,
moving on.
Get
She
out
has
the car.
glorious, flawless love life. Anyway,
No, it wasn't. Flawless. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was friend zoned another time. I forgot about this. By the actual love of my life, and I'm the love of his life. And he friend zoned me, which is weird because I'm the love of his life. So he had a girlfriend, and I was literally in love with him. And he would literally flirt with me while he had a girlfriend.
Ew.
So one
Sicko.
time I texted him, and I was like, "Lol, Tom, like you flirt with me all the time." And he was like, "What?" He's like, "No, I don't." He's like, "I literally talk like that to everyone." And he was like,
Even your dad? Okay.
He basically said,
Roast.
paraphrased, he basically said, "You are not special." Like, he literally said, like, "You don't matter." Like, that's basically what he said. Like, you are not anything different than anyone else.
I would have replied with the
Wait.
hang loose
I was
emoji.
like, "You're an idiot."
I just remember saying this actually isn't a friend zone. It sounds like it's gonna be one of that. It's a twist, but I did almost get friend zoned. Listen to this. Wait, listen.
I don't either.
Almost got friend zoned by my ex-boyfriend. I said
I
like,
remember
you know, like what's going on basically, and he was like, what? He said that thing. He's just like, I just treat you like all my friends, and I was like, you hold hands with all your friends. You do this to all your friends. You do that to all your friends, and then he was like.
You can count on Christina, the attorney, to call you out on this thing.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
you
yeah,
can.
right. You do that with all your friends.
I'm not really an attorney, but I've literally said the like same thing to a guy that he was like, "Oh yeah, true."
And then he asked me out A week later.
Oh.
Mine
Wow.
He had to say no before
My
he could
story
say yes.
didn't work.
Great.
Typical man.
And then I dumped him.
No, Lisa and I are squatting on our chairs. For all of our readers.
Why is it so
Wait,
cold
what's a
in
squatter
here?
again? Isn't that like a?
It's
like-
someone who
person that
lives
doesn't
in a
have a
house, they
house
don't belong
and they
in
live in
there.
like a
Yeah.
hotel.
Someone called
or
me a
house or
squatter yesterday. I don't remember why.
It's weird as heck.
What did you say?
Oh, it was our cameraman.
You called her a squatter?
It was Sean.
Good
You
job,
said
John.
I
no.
remember we were talking about squatters.
Context.
Yeah.
It's like there's always a squatter in Cimorelli.
There's always a squatter.
We didn't call you.
What does that mean?
All right. So now that I've left you in suspense for Amy, we're gonna dive in to Amy's current crisis.
Oh, it's lit.
The title of this is
The Curse
of the Friend Zone.
Number one.
Dun, dun,
okay.
dun.
I can't promise I won't cry because I'm oddly emotional. Number two.
All right, give it to us.
I'm in the oddest mood I've ever
She's
been
in a
in.
weird mood. Dun, 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 dun.
I've been doing the weird.
Dun, 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 dun. That's how I feel when you said the
Come on,
curse.
give it to us.
All right, give it to us,
Okay,
lady.
I'm sorry. So, I would like to borrow praise for Christina. I am a vivacious young lady, as Christina would like to say.
That's how I describe myself.
And so like my whole life, I think I just really didn't want anyone to like me. I just think I really did it, and it's not
Why?
like
Why do you
Why
think-
would you not want someone to
consciously I
like
did
you?
it.
Because you feel unworthy.
It's not
Explain that to our
consciously
readers.
because
Wait,
like
why?
Was it because you were scared?
I was just too scared, and I didn't know that. I just went around just liking people.
Scared of what? The commitment?
I don't know everything.
To
Opening
feel
up?
seen.
Attention, being seen.
Being
Yes,
truly
all
seen?
of the above
You're
are
comfortable
correct.
being invisible.
So your girl went and decided to befriend very attractive guys for some
Very,
reason
very
who
attractive.
liked me too. And like we like got a we had this like it's a weird
The vibe.
vibe that goes in the middle of friends and liking each other. So it's
called
like
a snake!
It's like Tim
Yeah.
going over the line.
it's called typical man. So
It's not a typical man.
It's a typical snake.
So like, but these are the boys that I was talking about in an aforementioned podcast where I was like, all these boys were the same, oddly uptight, blah blah blah, and they were a specific type, and we would become. But I'm not actually that mad at it now because I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to like really deeply get to know these guys, see how they date
Yeah.
people, be like blah blah blah, and like I didn't actually like date anyone, so I can be like, didn't date you, good.
Did they get to know you?
I think actually I did from a personality
talked
out
a
there a
lot.
lot. We would talk for like hours on the phone because I'd be like, hey. And they'd be like, hey. And then it was fun. So, but the most, I'm sorry, these stories are so funny. The two best friend zones I've ever gotten. Number one, I got friend zoned by a 12-year-old.
What?
When you were how old?
Best friend.
When you
I was
were-
21.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
practice.
He accidentally said, "We love you" to me, speaking for all the boys and him. But
he's like, "We love you."
He goes, "We love you," but like as a friend, obviously, like a sister. I mean, I am 21, so you don't need to friend zone me. It is okay. So that is the time I got friend zoned by a 12-year-old, and I've also gotten friend zoned by a 30-year-old. This was a bizarre
When you were how
thing.
old?
21.
Okay.
So like this boy,
Just checking.
we were
Man.
like, he was
Okay.
he's
Anyway.
low
ain't no
key,
boy.
so cute, but he's the same type as everyone else. So he got this girlfriend, and
It wasn't her.
she was
It
this
wasn't
other
me.
short, brown-haired girl, and I was like, okay, whatever. Apparently there are others. And then-
Short
and
brunette.
Who would have thought?
I go to leave, and he goes, "See you, buddy," and I was like, "What? That wasn't even masterful."
Wait,
that
can I just cut in here? I'd like to give a public service announcement. If you're trying to friend zone someone, just be honest. Please don't call them buddy.
Yes!
That is really weird.
I like to
Okay.
do that all
you
the
can
time.
call, you can call
Okay.
your guy friends buddies, but
But
Don't
now,
call a girl. Is that what
don't
you're
call a
saying?
girl
Don't call
buddy.
a girl
That's
buddy.
freaking weird.
Just literally just be like, "Oh yeah,
Unless
just
it's buddy
don't
mom.
flirt with people you don't like, and then you
Yes.
won't have to friend zone people."
That's a great
Okay.
suggestion.
It's a very
I think
clear
that's a frying
thing.
pan of truth moment.
So Amy, your curse, how many years did it last?
All my life until this year.
How
So
many
you
times
came
did it
out of
happen?
the womb,
This
friend zone
happened
immediately.
so many
Yes.
The doctor's like,
Time.
The
Literally.
doctor was like, I'm cutting a cord, but just has a friend.
No, but I have something to add. That 30-year-old and I are actually like really good friends, and he
he tell you about his
thinks
deep,
I'm
dark
like his sister now. So he's like, yeah,
Even worse.
little sister. I'm like, okay,
Hey,
worse than you.
calling someone a sister is better than buddy.
sister
Yeah,
in
it is.
Christ.
It truly is.
But like, here's the
friend.
thing, like.
Thank you, friend.
I say I friend zone people with friend a lot. I'm like, thanks, friend.
Yes, but it's like the thing is, you would not have to friend zone people if you would just respect them and their time and not talk to them like a wench, okay? You can literally just pretend like you're talking to, I don't know,
business
your dad or
associate.
something, okay?
Hey, can I borrow some money?
Did they talk about like girls they had crushes on when you talked to them?
No!
And then one day they're like, oh, I have a
Then
girlfriend.
one day they're like, oh yeah, I have a girlfriend. I'd be like, what? I would
Grabs
be
ginger
so
shot.
mad because they'd be like, there was this one boy, I was 17 years old, that rat. No offense, I love you, but we're still friends. But like, he's like, because I don't like him that anymore.
Anyway.
But like, one night, I'm just living my life, and we were like, he lived in NorCal and I lived in SoCal. So then one night, I'm just like, oh, what'd you do today? And he's like, oh, I went on a date. I was like, excuse me? Who? What?
dare
Why?
you?
Don't how? What? What? Who? What? We have been FaceTiming like every night, so like, okay.
Like, when did you have
I
time to
didn't
go on
say
a
that.
date?
I took all your time.
I didn't say that, but I was like, what? But I am apparently a masochist. I don't know. But I would just like ask and be like, oh, that's cool. How's it going?
How did it go? Yes.
Like, oh, what?
Giving
I'd be like,
relationship
so, like,
advice to your
have you?
crush.
One of my famous ex-loves has asked me for relationship advice because we are friends.
Is disgusting anyway.
Anyway, but it's like, it's different. Anyway, so then he's like, I was like, wait, what? Oh, okay, cool. And then he's like, this is over texting. Thankfully, I could collect myself. Crying peace. And then he's like, we've been on like 5 dates. I was like, what?
You're like, when?
Why did you not tell me the first date? But I didn't say that, obviously, because that's too confrontational for me. I don't know. But I was just like, why did you not, like, what? And I never, like, I just, like, let him date this girl. Went up.
You let
I let him with it. Like,
You're really starting to sound like a shepherd.
I let him out of the cage. I mean, we just stayed friends. Came up, visited, hung out with them. They didn't even act like they didn't even act like they were dating, so that's cool.
Sick.
They were friend zoning each other.
They were. So then and I literally had this happen a multitude of times. And you know
Yikes.
what? I'm okay with it now because it's the past.
What'd you learn?
Good. I learned it's actually good to just be friends with people and get to like see, because you get to see how they date people and blah blah blah, and you get to
depressing.
like connect
can't
with
do
people
that.
in a different way. But it's obviously
You know
not
how
good to be
else?
friends with people that you're in love with. So stop, and you're not in love with them. Okay, no matter what, you're not. If you are hopelessly obsessed with someone who does not like you, you are not in love.
Well, I think in love means there's two people involved.
Yes!
Yeah.
Like in the movies, it always makes me so angry when they're like, I'm in love with you. You're not. You just like them, okay?
Okay.
So move
By the way,
on.
just a quick thing.
Whoa.
Just a quick thing. No, Amy needs to
Say
find
it again.
Hold it
Move
loud
on.
and
Say
proud.
I feel like it was too much power, like Thor's hammer. Once she got, she was like,
Okay, dude.
Oh, I was
Yes.
just gonna say that she was like, you know, you get to be friends with guys and see how they date people. You could also date them and see how they date
Well,
people.
no, it's different.
Just saying.
It's a different way of getting to know
less
people.
Yeah, you
Sure.
don't get to have a boyfriend.
if they're like a garbage bag and
No.
you see how they date people, it's
Yeah,
like, okay.
exactly.
Okay, but if they're a garbage bag, it's gonna be pretty obvious.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm just
You get to know people in a different way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's
Fair
also
point.
a certain skill you need to develop that I like to call, oh, I can tell this man will never love me. He's dead. He does not exist.
I learned that.
Move
Learned
on.
it. Dead to me.
Yeah.
That is a
We
good
should
skill.
do a segment on that.
Yes.
That is a really good skill.
Every list her skills on a resume.
that's
Skill number
amazing.
1. I can tell this man will never love me. He is dead to me.
And then skill number 2, deleting every person's number.
Yeah, no,
And blocking.
no. At least once a month, I'll get a text from like some random guy that I deleted their number, and I'm like, crap. I have to always look at the area code. Like, who is this?
I was like, I deleted my Twitter.
Let me think of a random state. I'm actually like South Dakota. That one.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Whoa.
So that was educational.
Thank you. I'm here to help.
Transformational.
That was fun.
Thank you for sharing. Kath, why don't you give us a Cimorelli challenge
All right.
of the week?
So, this week's challenge. I was gonna say trend.
This week, the trend.
This week's
I love
trend.
that song, Reliant
Oh my
K.
gosh,
Shout
forgot
out
that.
to Reliant K fans. So this week our challenge is try something new that you have been scared to try.
Like duck
but,
feet.
But
Stop it.
what?
Duck
Speaking.
I was thinking like pottery or like something that you can do that would
Homemade
enrich,
chicken
that would
nuggets?
broaden your horizons. Cooking.
Learning Czechoslovakian.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, once you have tried this new thing, which we will be very proud of you, then tweet us and tell us what you tried with the hashtag.
Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, just a suggestion. You could try being a reverse pescatarian, which is what I do.
You eat all meat
Also,
and no
You eat
fish.
everything except fish because fish don't deserve that. Anyway,
When you try new things, be
do
nice
really
to
nice.
yourself.
I didn't say
Yeah,
anything
if you try
about them.
something and you're not good at it,
It's okay.
you're still great.
Okay.
It was
You're
still
awesome.
brave to try.
Yeah.
Yes, make
All right.
that the goal.
I look forward to hearing what you guys have
Oh,
tried.
she looks forward. Her personally.
I look forward to it. None of them do because
None
I'm
of us.
the only
I
nice
do.
one here.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. Beef. Okay.
Oh, and before we go, if you like Christina's hat, then you can get it at cimorellimusic.com/store. Wink. It says Sad Girls Club on the back. Show them the back. Oh. Beautiful.
Sad girl.
All right. I almost hit the table. I'm not allowed to do that. Lisa.
Do you have an inspirational ending for us?
Gosh dang it.
That's the ending.
That's the ending. I'm just gonna give you a short, pointless story. Okay.
Oh no.
A few weeks ago, I was at a friend's house. This is not inspirational at all. And I was admiring his pots and pans. Sounds great, right? And I'm just like in a really circus monkey mood. So I'm like, I want to put it on my head. Ha! And it was kind of like a frying pan pot hybrid. So like a
It was a
large
fran.
pot.
A
Yeah, I don't know.
know.
A frying pot? It was a frot.
I did. I hit myself in the head.
No, she
Wait,
didn't.
no, I
She
didn't. No, I didn't. Maybe I told you.
heard it.
Well,
He heard it.
He heard it. So
In his
preview.
mind.
Wow,
I put it on
privileged.
my head. I'm jumping around or whatever. I don't remember why. I think I was doing like, oh, I'm Daniel Boone or something. And
Oh no.
short story short, this little part, I was trying not to touch it because he was really into these pots and pans. So I'm like, I don't just set it on my head. I'm holding it, and I hit myself in the head with a frying pan. And I was like, like trying not to you're trying to put on a show. You can't cry in the middle. So I'm like, and I'm like I can feel that's gonna bruise. And I was just like, you have to really break character. And it's like, can I have some ice? Like, okay. It's okay. Do you really think it's that bad? And I was like, yeah. And I had to sit there and ice my head.
Because you had a frying
You
pan.
hit yourself.
I hit myself with a frying pan.
You come home and make a story time. I almost died.
I almost died tonight.
So what's the
Emotional frying
inspiration?
pan gone
The
wrong.
inspiration is sometimes putting on a show is worth injury.
No, it's not.
No, don't put on a show if you're gonna get injured.
I didn't know that. Do you think that seems dangerous? So I just wanted to leave you with that. That's it.
All right.
I actually do feel inspired and uplifted by that. Good. Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for
Thanks,
joining
readers.
us. Go listen to Girls Like Me on our album Sad Girls Club.
We love you, readers.
We'll read your tweets. We look forward to it. See you later. See you
Bye.
next time.
See you then.
Always remember, Mountain Dew is gamer pee in a bottle.
No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Bye. That's enough.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.